Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris Maylath. I'd like to welcome you all to our family farm. I apologize if I have to write off some notes, but my wife made me a little cheat sheet just in case I forget. I'd like to give a special welcome to the Secretary of Ag, Russell Redding, and Representative Ed Pashinski, and Representative Mr. Schnee for choosing our farm to come out and promote the PA Preferred program. The Maylath Farm, a little history of us. The Maylath Farm started about 70 years ago when my grandfather bought our farm, originally growing vegetables and some animals. My dad and my uncle took over the farm and turned it into a dairy farm. After they retired the dairy farm, myself and my brothers and sisters, we proceeded into fruits and vegetables and small grains as well. Over time, our farm has expanded in many different ways, including farm stores, roadside markets, and agritourism. Currently, my wife and I and our kids, some who are still in school today, this one played hooky, expanded into raising grain-finished beef and USD certified. We also grow hay, grain, sweet corn, pumpkins. We are very excited about being a member of the PA Preferred program. We think the new PA website, PA Preferred website that is launched is going to be a great asset to our farming business. It seems that customers want to buy local, and now they'll know where to shop. We very often get phone calls about what we have to offer in our farm store, as many customers have no idea exactly what products we carry. We live and grow in an area with a lot of people from other places who have been moving in, and now it's going to be an easy way for them to find find out what we sell at our farm. Now, a little off the script from what my wife had told me, we were on a website, and I could tell you it's outstanding. We even love as far as we sell grain and bagged corn, and for us, it's a great way for us to market and not always have to have just a couple different grain mills and places that buy, and they more or less control our price. There's a really neat part on PA Preferred that's called treats and animal feed. So, I mean, we sell bagged corn. It's a great way for us to sell our product to homeowners and people that want to feed to some deer or chickens or stuff like that. The website's very user-friendly, and even for me, as far as a producer that had maybe a bad growing season this year and we need to buy some wholesale product to sell at our farm store. It's a way for me to go on there and find other growers locally or in the area that I could buy, whether it be pumpkins or some apples or whatever, even some hay that maybe our crop was short. It's a way for me to go on there and find other producers that I could also buy from. So I thank you for helping us get a way to market our product. So I'd like to turn it over to our next speaker. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Chris and Tiffany, Kendall, to the entire family. I mean, I'm always mindful that we are asking folks to sort of hit pause in the busiest time of the year. So thank you for taking a moment, for hosting us, but most importantly, being in agriculture, right? We stand here as though this is normal, and this is extraordinary. Right, folks who commit themselves to the industry of ag, who find ways to be competitive, who add value, not just in terms of product, but to this community. So to Chris and Tiffany and team, just a note of thanks to you very much for hosting today and being in ag. Well, we can certainly feel fall in the air, right? Rub your hands together a little bit just to feel the chill warm up a bit. This is the time of the year when you use all five senses, right? You get a chance to feel the air in this chill. You smell what the leaves as they turn and the moisture, but also the baked goods that are inside as well. The taste of the fresh and locally grown apples, and certainly the sounds of the children and families having fun as they go through the corn maze or picking their favorite pumpkin. And of course, I mean, seeing the vibrant collars. I mean, what an amazing, beautiful spot to stand and recognize Pennsylvania, but also fall. So everything here screams fall, right? It is all about the harvest in this season. So thank you all for being here. And just again, a note of thanks to this family who has made a lot of decisions over time that allows us to stand here today, right? 40 years on, you heard the story from Chris, and the years that they have further developed this farm market and the agritainment, which is really critical to Pennsylvania, right, in so many ways. And we're blessed. I mean, we certainly enjoy the fruits of this farm and the product, but we also, come to be entertained. We come to explore and have those new experiences of a farm and put it all together here. So it is nice to be part of this for sure. When we have been working at the PA Preferred, which I'll note in a moment, but just to say the convergence of both the brand of PA Preferred and the growth in agritainment and agritourism in the state, it's not a coincidence, right, that we have seen this parallel growth across the state of Pennsylvania. 1,000 plus farm markets. You've got 700 agritourism entities across the state. It continues to grow. Why? Because it's critically important to the economics, right? It's a way to find adding value to keep these farms here and productive in the state as well. So always pleased to be here. But we've also witnessed in the last couple of years this rediscovery of the outdoors. Right? I think it's a really important part. We saw that during COVID, that folks were beginning to look around, be a little more aware of their surroundings, and certainly part of that is the outdoors generally in our parks and recreation, but also in agriculture, our farms and farm markets. As we began to think about PA Preferred, it was important for us to capture Pennsylvania's brand. Every state has a brand, right? And we have one. And how do we represent that? We represent that through PA Preferred and the checkmark and the keystone, which Ashley will share a little more detail in a moment. But as Chris noted, it is really important, right? It's a way for them to recognize their products and their family, and also, as we believe, that is the good housekeeping seal of approval of Pennsylvania products. But it was very simple when we started. It had two objectives. One is to make sure that we could provide a way for consumers to identify the products in a very complicated marketplace, right? But it was also a way for us to recognize the farm families that are producing great products and give them that recognition in the marketplace, right? So it had a dual objective, but really important for us to be able to do that. So as each of us shop, as we go to farm markets and our retail settings, make sure we're looking for the PA Preferred logo. It's very easy to point out as well. You can see it right here on the side of the van. Thank you, Ashley, for parking it right here. Yes, it's right there, PA Preferred. Look for it on the products. And that's important because at the end of the day, this isn't simply about marketing the state or marketing a product. It's marketing the brand. And each of the families that are part of PA Preferred, they've got to go through a rigorous process to recognize that, right? So that is part of it. But when you make the purchase, you know that you're buying PA product that's been grown here, is harvested here, or produced here, and that's an important distinction between simply a marketing program and the brand of Pennsylvania. So when we do that, we are supporting both Pennsylvania agriculture, but we're also at a very personal level. We are making sure that if you're a beginning farmer in Monroe County who's you're purchasing a new piece of equipment that takes them to the next level, we're supporting that. The aging grandparents in Lancaster County who are transitioning the farm to a new generation, we're supporting that. The urban farmer in Philadelphia, right, who is feeding and fueling young minds in the city centers. We're supporting that through PA Preferred. It's lifting up the veteran farmers in Butler County and right here in Luzerne County. When you buy PA Preferred, you're supporting that as well. And I think most importantly that when we purchase PA Preferred, we're acknowledging something. We're acknowledging that we make a connection between what's produced here and the people who live here, that we're connecting the landscapes and the ag industry and the food products with our own personal quality of life and nutrition and all. That is all embedded inside the PA Preferred as well. But we didn't arrive here alone. This has been a long journey. Started in 2004 with the PA Preferred program. It has gone through significant changes over time to both reflect the integrity of the program, to make sure that we were inclusive of the product and diversity of Pennsylvania agriculture inside PA Preferred, and to make sure that we had something that in the website and in the brand that had utility. right? It wanted to serve a purpose of connecting people. And that has happened with the support of Governor Wolf, who put resources behind PA Preferred, and I can't understate that. It's just how critical it is to have resources to market the brand to Pennsylvania. $12 million has been invested. Part of that's through general appropriation, and certainly with Eddie Day Pashinski and Representative Schnee, all have been incredibly supportive. And with our partners at DCED, our Community and Economic Development and Tourism Department, the value that they see in the brand of Pennsylvania and a critical part of markets and food as part of the appeal of people coming here, right, and living here. So all of that's been part of the work. And to say, final point, just that we continue to grow the brand. We have 800 members now in PA Preferred in 65 counties, and certainly with the new website and resources, the goal is to get to every county on the PA Preferred program. But better than me talking about it, as somebody who lives this every day and can represent the team, the Bureau of Markets, very pleased to have Ashley Fair as our director of the Bureau of Markets. She had worked in the executive office with me, and when you recognize talent and somebody who understands the mission of the department, and every day is advocating for PA agriculture, but also how do we make the state a better place, right? And how do we recognize the value that we add as an industry in agriculture to have people understand that. And Ashley has done it, so we will hear from her about the PA Preferred program, the changes, and the future. So, Ashley, welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you as always, Secretary Redding. You make me blush right before I have to talk. Thank you to the Maylath family for hosting us, and I can't wait to come back and check this out with my nieces. We've already met Peanut Butter the cow, and I heard there's a pony that I need to see, so can't wait to come back. I am so proud and humbled to be here to announce the launch of the website at papreferred.com, which is live right now. You can visit it as you listen to my voice. Over the past several years, we know that people have really rediscovered where food comes from and the importance of that food supply chain in their lives. And through that, we've had people rediscover what it means to buy local and to support your local farmers and producers, processors, chefs, and other artisans and creators who truly bring the farm to your table. And that's why we invested so much time and energy into launching the new papreferred.com. For the first time since PA Preferred's inception in 2004, the program now has a very robust database management system integrated with a public-facing website. The launch of this website builds on the momentum of the PA Preferred program that has been growing since the passage of the PA Farm Bill, which infused new energy into initiatives like the Homegrown by Heroes, which we have Harold from Kiner's Apiary, who's a Homegrown by Heroes member with us today, an organic program, the Ag Business Development Center, and many other resources that are dedicated to growing and developing PA Preferred and ag operations across the state. The site also coincides with our ongoing consumer awareness campaign, which has featured advertisements across social media, commercials, in-store promotions. You may hear Secretary Redding talking to you in the grocery store over the loudspeaker, and other platforms. So when you visit papreferred.com, you can now search for products and producers near you in a variety of ways, from a zip code search to saying, I want Honeycrisp apples within 10 miles, and they'll tell you where to find them. You can also find where all of your favorite farmers and producers and processors sell in retail outlets. And the feature I think that we have all become most proud and most impressed with is the profile format on the website, where our members can share the pictures and the stories of their business, their family, and their products. And as you heard from Chris and his family today, there's so many wonderful moments of history and looking towards the future in all of those stories. In addition to the future consumers that are out there, I hope that we have many future PA Preferred members listening today. The website has streamlined the process for you to become a member. And if you produce, process, prepare, sell, market, or promote Pennsylvania agricultural commodities, visit papreferred.com and see if you're eligible to become a member. I'd like to thank all of our members across the Commonwealth for what you do for Pennsylvania, how you make these jobs so rewarding, and really make Pennsylvania unique across the nation and across the world. I'd also like to thank my PA Preferred team, some of who are here today, our IT and admin service team at the department, and the many stakeholders, legislators, and community partners who supported the program and have spent countless hours getting this website up and running. It would not be possible without you and the care and determination that you had in this. With that, I'd like to welcome one of our greatest champions for PA Preferred, Chairman Pashinski.
Thank you, Ashley. Well, I'll tell you what, it's such a wonderful experience to be here once again. Had the pleasure of being here, when was it? About a year ago, I guess it was. And I have such admiration for Chris and Tiffany for continuing this wonderful experience. And Kendall, we have all the faith in the world in you. We know you're going to do it too. But it's exciting, and I want to make sure that everybody appreciates a couple things. Number one, Secretary Redding. There's a gentleman that understands the ag business inside and out. He represents the ag business in Pennsylvania with knowledge, with experience. Mr. Secretary, it's been a real pleasure being with you.
Thank you.
And I mean that. I've never had the privilege of working on a farm, serving on a farm, and I come from a city. So I have to tell you, I love this place. and I've learned so much about Pennsylvania, and we have so much to be proud of in Pennsylvania. Magnificent state, beautiful forests and farms and water. It's lakes, absolutely gorgeous. And because of that, we produce the finest PA preferred food anywhere in the United States. I also want to recognize my colleague, Representative Schnee. Thank you for being here today. Representative Schnee represents this area, and it's always a pleasure working with Representative Schnee. I just want to highlight a few things only because Ashley and the Secretary did such a great job of presenting PA Preferred. When I first came to have the honor of serving as the Democratic Ag Chair, I'm sorry to say I didn't know what PA Preferred was. And I am the vast majority of people that do not come from an ag industry family had no idea. I come from a music background, and that music background, I had to promote things. In order, if they don't know where you're playing, if you don't know where you're performing, they're not going to come. So the idea was, how do we promote this high quality product? That PA Preferred was there. So we had discussions, and we added a few other words. We said, grown in PA, by PA, PA Preferred, and PA Proud. And we all should be proud because we create the finest food anywhere around here. What does that symbol mean? That symbol means, you know what? You can trust that product. You can trust the ingredients in that product because that product was made with people who care and love about this industry. It's the quality of everything that's involved. PA Proud, we just had another one. I thought Ashley was going to mention it. Check for the check. Check for the check, that big check. So now we have two phrases. What's the first one? Grown in PA, by PA, PA Preferred, PA Proud. And now, check for the check. So we got to spread the word. And all our people here that are in PR, in publicity, let's get that word out, okay? We're proud of what we do. The other thing I also was really proud of being a part of was the first Farm Bill, 2019. First Farm Bill in the entire country. And a part of that, of which I have great admiration for, Harold is a representative of that. Homegrown for Heroes, giving our veterans an opportunity to participate in the ag business, giving them the opportunity to share their good hard work and all the wonderful things. Thank you for your service, Harold, for our country, and now supporting Homegrown for Heroes. These are great programs that without a doubt add to the quality of life here in Pennsylvania. And it is indeed my honor to be here with you today. I meant what I said. So proud to have worked with the secretary. I've learned so very much from him. And we're going to try to get you back, aren't we? As a he may have another idea, but we're going to try to get him back. And again, to Chris and Tiffany, and definitely, you're the future, right? Kendall's got it. Ashley, thank you so much. My colleague, Representative Schnee, and Harold, thank you again for your service as well as continuing to promote this. And at this time, I have the opportunity to present the man that has all the answers, Secretary Reddy.
Representative, thank you. You can, even if he didn't tell you he was in a band, you can tell he's the band leader, right? You've got to love the spirit. Always appreciate his insight and perspective. And while his background is, as he has shared, not from farm, but it's from food. And I've really appreciated over the years his perspective on what we do as a Department of Agriculture, what we have in Pennsylvania in terms of our assets, and refocusing many times how we position what we do, how we talk about what we do, how we present our product and industry, and very much appreciate the representative's perspective. Always can anticipate great questions at the hearings when he is present. So a note of thanks to Representative Pashinski as chair. Minority Chair, thank you. To our friends, I said earlier that we didn't get here alone, right? Many folks, I see Farm Bureau is here, and they've been a great advocate for both the PA Preferred and agriculture generally, of course, but also agritourism. And I want to say thank you to our friends at Penn State, who are partners in everything that we do, to the Center for Beef Excellence and other centers of excellence in Pennsylvania who contribute greatly to the work we do in PA Preferred, but also in advocating for markets and consumer awareness of our brand. So thank you all for being here. And a note of thanks to Chris and Tiffany and Kendall. Again, appreciate the being in this business every day, right? It is always a joy to be with those who commit their work to and lives to agriculture and feeding us and entertaining us and keeping these lands open and productive. So thank you all for what you do. With PA Preferred, I think we have an opportunity to, present what we do in agriculture to the public. It is a brand that is really critically important. It's been noted several times, but this is not just for the asking, right? There is a process that one goes through as a business to earn the label and the right to use PA Preferred. Why? Because it's about the integrity of the product. When it's on the product, it is a sign, right? It is a certification and guarantee that it's produced here, it's processed here in Pennsylvania. And that gives the assurance to those who buy it that they are supporting both the farms that are participants, the 800 members of PA Preferred, that what they have and they're buying is both of highest value, but you're also supporting those families who use it, and that's really incredibly important. So check for the check. As the representative noted, we will do that. To Representative Schnee, thank you for your support, and Harold, thank you for being in the Homegrown for Heroes. I like that program. It's a relationship to PA Preferred, and when we established the Homegrown for Heroes, we wanted a way, again, for Pennsylvanians particularly to identify those who have served our country and our nation, and the products that they produce, to recognize that that is both PA Preferred and homegrown by a hero, and that is where Harold is and many others across Pennsylvania. So we will stop there. And just a note of thanks to all again for being here, for supporting agriculture and supporting PA Preferred. Check for the check. Thank you. All right. Questions? Okay, thank you. I think we're going to have some hot cider.
No, there's treats my sister made with all, and everything on that table is made on our farm. So there's apple, pumpkin pie squares, and Apple cider, apples. There's pints of cider. Take them along with you. Some apples. Take all the food because otherwise I'll put it right here.
All right, go to the market. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm Chris.
Hey, Chris, I'm Gwen Rowland.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, thanks for thinking of us.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
these are the breed of cattle that have the big,
right.
big horns on them.
They're full.
They're real cool. They get this much fat. Right. So that's now. So we're gonna try. See what.
I feel like peanut butter is listening. I feel
Okay.
like they're
Oh, we.
Ashley. All of us at one time.
We're all at the table.
Let's do the family photo book. Okay. Right. Yeah. Now these aren't. None of these are like that. I mean, you do it that way. Yeah. Hey, good morning. How are you? Likewise. Hey, thanks for coming. We had a neighbor call and say, "Hey, I saw cows eating pumpkins off your rack." And sure enough, I come over and there's four of them standing there eating pumpkins, and that's at like 10 o'clock at night. Oh, we had a busy day. We had 17 cars today. You know? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Hay rides, couch hay rides, bounce pillows, pony rides, and everything's going well. As long as the weather's good. Right, right. So,
They forget they don't think it's farm. They forget. Yeah, that's right.
But you know what? What you're pointing out is the learning process.
everything we basically treat what they tell us to do.
Oh my god, so good on Friday. Don't tell everybody.
They're the ones that
That's what you need,
So yeah, they're the ones that. Currently, my wife and I and our kids, some who are still in school today, this one played hooky, expanded into raising grain-finished beef and USD certified. That customers want to buy local, and now they'll know where to shop. We very often get phone calls about what we have to offer, and now it's going to be an easy way for them to find find out what we sell at our farm. Now, a little off the script from what my wife had told me. We were on the website, and I can tell you it's outstanding. We even love as far as we sell grain and bagged corn, and for us, it's a great way for us to market and
Together a little bit, just to feel the chill warm up a bit. This is the time of the year when you use all five senses, right? You get a chance to feel the air, are picking their favorite pumpkin. And of course, we've seen the vibrant colors. I mean, what an amazing, beautiful spot to stand and recognize Pennsylvania, but also fall. So everything here screams fall because it's critically important to the economics, right? It's a way to find adding value to keep these farms here and productive in the state as well. So, culture, our farms and farm markets. As we began to think about PA Preferred, it was important for us to capture and the the check mark in the keystone, which Ashley will share a little more detail in a moment. But as
We've already met Peanut Butter the cow, and I heard there's a pony that I need to see, so can't wait to come back. I am so proud and humbled to be here to announce the launch of the website at papreferred.com, which is live right now. You can support your local farmers and producers, processors, chefs, and other artisans and creators who truly bring the farm to your table. And many other resources that are dedicated to growing and developing PA Preferred and ag operations across the state. Out there, I hope that we have many future PA Preferred members listening today. The website has streamlined
For continuing this wonderful experience. And Kendall, we have all the faith in the world in you. We know you're going to do it too. But it's exciting, and I want to make. He represents the ag business in Pennsylvania with knowledge, with experience. Mr. Secretary, it's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you. I mean that. I've never had the privilege of working on farms